Super Mario Odyssey is one of the most popular speedrunning games of all time. Over the last 3 years, runners have managed to beat it in as little as 57 minutes. After beating the game, you're rewarded with the ability to access the Mushroom Kingdom for the first time. It's an amazing homage to Super Mario 64. But what if I told you there's a much faster way to get to Mushroom Kingdom? There's a Super Mario Odyssey speedrun called Star%, where the goal of the run is to reach Mushroom Kingdom as fast as possible and grab a single star. This can be done however you want, including just beating the game normally and getting a star. But if you want to get the world record, things get a bit more complicated. Star% became a category right after Odyssey released back in 2017. It's progressed from a simple meme category to one of the most challenging and game-breaking glitch showcases in all of Super Mario Odyssey. Here's how it went back then. You'd beat Cap Kingdom normally, then Cascade using a small skip with the T-Rex, and beat Sand. Then you were left with a choice. Go to Lake Kingdom or go to Wooded Kingdom. Now, this decision might seem inconsequential, but it actually influences the run quite a lot. The reason for this is because of how warp paintings work in the game. In a casual playthrough, paintings are generally used to preview future kingdoms. In this run though, that isn't the case. The decision to go to Lake or Wooded also influences where the paintings send you. The first kingdom you select will have a painting that leads to Sand, and the second kingdom's painting will lead to Luncheon. Our goal is to get to Luncheon, so the fastest option was to select Lake Kingdom, beat it as quickly as possible, enter Wooded Kingdom to defeat the Spirit Boss, and unlock the Luncheon painting. Then, do a tight jump to reach it. With Mario through the painting, you get a nice island in the sky to preview the kingdom from. Nintendo placed this island far enough away from the mainland that there's no way you would ever be able to reach it. Or so they thought, because speedrunners managed to find a way. There's an extremely precise jump called Brunchin that you can do here to just barely reach the rest of the kingdom. By ground pounding, rolling out of the landing, canceling the roll, and turning at the perfect angle to maximize Mario's speed, then precisely bouncing from the edges of the lava, Mario can just reach the land. Now, of course, being in Luncheon Kingdom early is amazing. You just skipped 5 kingdoms. It's just a matter of going to the Odyssey. Oh, right. You haven't even unlocked the kingdom yet. The Odyssey isn't even here. So, what's the point of getting the Luncheon Kingdom if you can't even use the Odyssey? Well, it's another warp painting. Hidden away in a back corner of Luncheon Kingdom, there's a painting that leads to Mushroom Kingdom. Going through the painting drops you off at Yoshi's Island, which has a single star waiting for you. For a long time, this is how the run went. And the record got all the way down to 18 minutes and 6 seconds by Nicrovita. An insanely fast time, but the run wasn't really all that interesting besides the Brunchin jump. That was until February of 2020, where a single trick completely transformed the run. Cappy return cancels, or CRCs, were discovered. We covered it in another video, but here's how it works. By going into 2-player, you can separate Mario and Cappy. If you repeatedly ground pound with Cappy into the void, so he's really far away from Mario, you can do a frame perfect input to instantly translate that distance into another direction. Using this Cappy teleportation trick, it's possible to break the game even further. The trick was originally found and used for the minimum capture speedrun, but after a while, some of us realized how useful it could be for Star%. If we use the CRC, we could skip having to finish Sand, Lake, and Wooded Kingdom. It seemed like the world record could be improved by a lot, so I started doing runs. After a few days of attempts, I managed to get the world record, and it went like this. I beat Cap and Cascade just like before, and then arrived in Sand. But rather than beating all of Sand Kingdom, all I had to do was go straight to the inverted pyramid. By rolling and instantly canceling the roll into the door, I was able to clip through it. Then I beat Harriet, which unlocked a different painting, this one to Metro Kingdom. I went in and, from here, I performed a CRC to capture the binoculars and teleport to the mainland. Then I went into another painting, this one to Lake Kingdom. If you remember from before, The first kingdom you arrive in after completing sand is supposed to have a painting that leads back to sand. But technically you haven't even completed sand yet. So instead, the painting destination is set to its default value, which, lucky for us, happens to be Luncheon Kingdom. So, from Lake Kingdom, I went into the painting straight to Luncheon Kingdom, where I did a new 2-player version of the Brunchin jump. Then, I made my way to the Mushroom Kingdom painting and finished the run in 14 minutes and 46 seconds. Less than 15 minutes to get all the way to Mushroom Kingdom. This time was insanely low, but little did I know, there were 2 other runners who wanted to get that time as low as possible. Red Sleigh and Mars. These 2 runners competed with each other for months and have optimized the category to the extreme. Here's what they changed. They added a trick called DSS, or Dino Skip. This trick is extremely difficult and requires you to land on an obscenely small section of this wall to make it up to the Madame Brood boss fight more quickly, saving a few seconds. In Sand Kingdom, rather than clipping into the pyramid and going through it, they do a trick called Inverted Pyramid Skip, where they do a nearly pixel perfect clip into this wall, to then do some precise out of bounds movement and get on top of the pyramid, saving 40 seconds. In Metro, they introduced a faster CRC, where instead of capturing the binoculars, they capture this pole to get to the painting a little bit faster. And after all those tricks, the challenging Brunchin jump still has to be done to get to Luncheon and proceed to Mushroom Kingdom. The world record is currently held by Red Sleigh at 12 minutes and 48 seconds, with Mars being only 10 seconds behind. Now, the current world record still isn't perfect. There are a few time saves that could still be implemented. For the CRC, rather than swapping into 1-player mode to aim Cappy, it's possible to aim Mario without switching. You only have about a half a second to aim within a couple degrees of accuracy, but it would save 20 seconds if pulled off. In Luncheon Kingdom, the current world record does a damage boost across the lava on the way to the painting. Instead of taking damage, it's barely possible to land on some invisible blocks, shaving off a few more seconds. Also, something I haven't mentioned yet is that the game gets pretty confused when you go through paintings that aren't supposed to be unlocked yet. And so, once arriving in Mushroom Kingdom, the camera is actually locked in place. The current record warps to fix this camera lock, but it's not actually necessary. It's possible to grab the star without that extra warp. You just have to do it basically blindfolded. So, as with any run, there's always room for improvement. Even in a run like this, that has more game-breaking tricks than any other speedrun of Mario Odyssey. Both Red Sleigh and Mars are still trying to lower the record, and more runners have been trying their hand at this category as well. So, we'll have to wait and see just how low it can go. Anyways, that's it. If you want to see more speedrunning content like this, make sure to subscribe to Lowest Percent. They upload videos like this all the time, so you should definitely stick around. Or if you want to check out my channel, just search up CJ But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.